And I think this stuff is valid to think about, by the way. The whole fight situation at a bar, God, I have too many stories to talk about that stuff, right? You know, and lessons to be learned. And one of the bar fights that I've been in, I really don't see how I even had a choice whether or not I was in it or not. Okay, and and okay, so gosh, we had a customer walk in. Do I have to tell the whole story? I suppose. I mean, I will tell it real quick. Is this really story time? I was just trying to, talk about the different situational awareness, but yeah, I guess it's turning into I will tell the story. The customer walks into a bar, okay, and I'm bartending, and he is smoking a cigarette inside the establishment. Okay, he's smoking a cigarette in the bar with it. So I walk up to him and I'm like, sir, we're not allowed to smoke in here. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And I guess I was stupid because he just took a drag out of a cigarette and blew it in my face, dude. I was like, what? Hey, gosh, I didn't know what to do. We had to kick him out, right? So I walked up to him. I didn't obviously do anything. I walked up to my assistant manager, or my manager, really. We were both kind of managers. But I walked up to he was active duty, and I walked up to him, and I was like, my goodness, dude. I told him exactly what happened, and he's like, we have to kick him out, right? He's like, yes, dude. Or actually, what I did is I walked up and I was like, Kyle, this guy's an asshole. Kick him out. And he was like, okay, just immediately, just obeyed me, actually. Fucking crazy. And he just walked up to, him and explained to him that he had to kick him out. Okay? And so, the fucking door guy took him, I'm sorry for cursing. The door guy took him over and got him out. And then, a few moments later, okay, minutes, really 3 minutes later, something like that, okay, somehow he snuck by the door guy, who was an MMA fighter trained, was a serpent dude, okay, his name's Brian, holy crap, dude, a real MMA fighter, okay. And so he snuck by him somehow back in, okay, so we both saw it, okay. And then we, all three of us approached him, me, Kyle, and Brian, dude, you know, and we're, okay, and okay, we were like, what is exactly? He's like, look, guys, don't even worry about it. And then he freaking sucker punched me, dude. He just out of nowhere, boom, hit me so hard in my left ear. Okay, dude, it immediately turned into a fight. Okay, I couldn't do anything. Okay, I didn't know what to do. Okay, look, you can't have him smoking inside the bar, right? You can't do this. You can't do that. Okay, it was like an attack. Okay, and so immediately everybody began fighting. Okay, and we ended up choking him out and taking him outside. Okay? He perforated my eardrum for sure. Okay, my left ear. Oh my gosh, he hit me perfectly. Okay, in my ear. My ears rang for like 4 minutes. Okay, I still have tinnitus to this day, dude. He knocked the crap out of my ear, dude. And it wasn't even that he hit me so hard. It's that he hit me perfectly. In the eardrum, like bam. So to this day, my left ear, it's not the same.